Hello once again, guys. This is Abu. Um, I just remembered that I forgot to tell you guys my name in the first tutorial. I know it's really rude of me. I'm sorry. I guess I was kind of carried away. I was kind of got carried away because, by the fact that it was my first ever video tutorial. So yeah, my name is Abu, and okay. So we from the last tutorial we left off at all this little program, like probably like I don't know, 7 lines of code, or yeah, around 7 lines of code. And I promised to break everything down for you guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and start. So the the compiler, or the IDE, it basically made this predefined program for us when we created a new project. So, starting from the first line, this include IO stream is basically called a predefined. It's basically it's basically called a preprocessor directive. Now, what preprocessor directives are is like our header files, our files that are placed on the very top of the program, and they always come before any other lines of code, because without them without them your code would not make any sense to the compiler, because these are basically files. Like IOStream is basically a file. Whoops, it's basically a file that is stored in your, where the compiler files are, or whatever. And it contains information for input, that's I, and output, that's O stream. And and this thing right here, this C out, it basically sends sends characters, or whatever you wanted to send to the output screen, the console, which is right here. As you can see, the hello world that you typed in, it came out. You know. So yeah, that's what preprocessor directives are. They're very important. And next line is using namespace as std. Is you always you always say using namespace std, because if you don't say that, then you always have to say something like std, you know, colon cout. Otherwise, the compiler will not be able to read it. But since you have using namespace std, you will never have to say std colon whatever. All you need to do is say cout, or whatever code you want to type in that uses that namespace. Namespaces are basically part of the program that makes the naming of different keywords easier. You know, so yeah. And then here in main, this is where every program starts, and I mean every program. This is where it starts. You might have code up here or code down here outside of main, but this is where the program really starts. This is where code starts executing. So yeah. And alright, so I told you about cout. It just outputs something to the screen, to the console. And here we outputted a string. Strings are just characters. I mean, I'm guessing you guys know what the definition of a string is. It's just a series of characters. So strings are in always placed inside quotes. I got this quote right here and this one, and You can tell that it's a string because it's red. The syntax is highlighted red. And yeah, so this prints out hello world to the screen. And what this backslash n means, that is an escape sequence. It's an escape sequence for the new line. It's a new line character, you know. And so what this tells the compiler is that, go to the next line, and then whatever else I have to output to the screen, to the console, do that on the next line. For example, let's output something else here. Let's say I love food. Hmm. Hell yeah. So let's run that. As you can see, this jumped to the next line and said I love food. Now if I remove this end of line character and I run it, look at that. It's on the same line and it kind of looks messy. So yeah, it's really important. But you can, if you don't want to use backslash n to go to the next line, you could always use, you could always, say cout and l. That does the exact same thing as backslash n. And we can see from the output, as you can see, it also does that. So it's basically the same. It means the same thing. It's just programming. There's a lot of different ways to do things. It's just up to you how comfortable you are. So yeah, I use cout and l. I don't know. I'm just used to it. But yeah. So oops. So yeah, then that's what that does. And what else? This returns 0. It basically tells the compile that the program that, okay, I'm done writing code. This is where I want everything to end. So after my last line of code, like after my last line of code is finished, just exit the program. That's what it means. It just means stop there. I'm done. Bye bye. See you later. Peace. Yeah. So these are the basic elements of program. And another thing about another really basic, and I mean really important thing. I mean, it's not that important, but it's really nice. They're called comments. Comments are things that you just type next to a line or lines of code to help you and other people who read your code to understand what was really going on there. Maybe you'll be making a program that a huge program that has like thousands of lines of code, and trust me, you will be making programs like that one day. So, and it's gonna be really hard for you to like leave it and come back and read it again, and you like forget what you actually did there. You're gonna be staring at it like, what the hell did I do? And trust me, you don't want to be in that situation because it's really messed up. It really messes up your head. I'm telling you. So what? Okay, enough of me rambling on about how important comments are, and just show you what comments are. So you start off there are two types of comment. There's a single line comment, which you start by just pressing the forward slash two times, and then you just type whatever, okay, I'll just type this here, like I just type this here, output text. So that basically tells you, whoever's reading your code, that's what that line does. It's really good. Now another form of the other form of comment is called block comment. Block comment is basically comments that are in several lines, and you just want to group them together. So excuse me. So what you do is you type in forward slash asterisk, and as you can see, the whole program just just turn green. That's because you have to close it with asterisk forward slash. As you can, so now you can just, as you can see, you could just, type whatever you want to type in there as your comment, and you can type it down as many lines as you want. You know. So yeah, it's really useful. Like for example, when you want to create some documentation, like name, author, date, company, stuff like that, blah blah blah. You know. So that's what comments are, and comments are really good. I don't really I you know I it's really good programming practice to use comments. Trust me, it is. But sometimes I'm just lazy and I don't really like typing out comments and stuff like that. But I know that I do have to, and yeah. But comments are good. Comments are good. Remember that. So these are the basic elements of typing code or programming, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. You guys liked it, and I know some of you guys might probably might not understand much, but trust me, just hang in there for my next tutorial, and you guys are gonna get everything. Trust me, you're not alone. This happened to me too. It happens to everybody. So yeah, thank you for watching this tutorial. Subscribe, like, comment, rate, whatever. Thank you, and bye bye.